how Oklahoma is preparing for the arrival of Afghan refugees. Weirdly, Stitt's behind, supportive of this. So, I think like Oklahoma's
I'm
scheduled
like
to
what?
get.
I'm sorry. I'm like 2 weeks off my bet, right? I said 4 weeks. I think I got like 2 weeks for them to flip on that.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got,
No,
they're gonna
and
walk
that,
that back. I got 2 weeks for them to walk that back somehow.
yeah, no, I agree because, you know, there are some compounding issues with this. Like, one, housing is relatively scarce in America, period, because of our dysfunctional housing policy. But then, yeah, the base of the Republican Party is conspiracies around COVID and all this other stuff, and xenophobia and racism. Those are the animating forces. And so already, people are, saying, I mean, this Oklahoma Watch story quotes stuff from 2014, but Lamaier's been saying it on social media since it got announced that refugees were coming. So there's definitely going to be like a attempt to ramp this up.
Making insane, and obviously I don't watch Fox News, so I don't know where Tucker is, and um, in terms of who would be the other voice, he is no longer with us. Rush, pertaining to Rush, I will simply say, the great Clarence Darrow once wrote, "I've never killed a man, but I've read many obituaries with great pleasure." But anyway, um, so those are the people who like set the tone. I don't know where they are just yet. I know that like the absurdities have already coming. The primary absurd talking point is that they're bringing child brides. That's
Yeah.
what Lemire has been talking about. That's what he's been tweeting. What they've been saying. That's ridiculous on its face. You cannot come here. You cannot be committing. Statutory rape in your country, come to this country and then continue committing statutory rape. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
So that's ridiculous. I mean, and yes, come to the state that incarcerates motherfuckers more than any place on earth. You get a parking ticket here, trying to give you 40 years. So come here, come here and commit statutory rape in the open. Yeah, that'll fly. But
Yeah.
that's the like ridiculous talking point that they're rallying around. So I think that Lemire has more on the pulse of the party than does Fit, than does Langford, and I think in some way I still believe I'm a little less comfortable with my 4 week timeline now, but I still believe that they will walk that back somehow, and I think the party will force them to walk that back somehow. I don't think they have their hand on the pulse of the party because the pulse of the party is not welcoming refugees. That's what Jesus would have done, right?
Right.
So that
Right,
so like
and how you know that that's not what the pulse of the party is James Langford visits OKC company, totes its products for use in border wall, and so you got James Langford, and then this is where I go back to just like my media criticism, KOCO, then, and I've talked with Connor Hansen. He seems like a nice young guy. He's over at Fox, OKC Fox, breathlessly reporting, fucking Langford's photo op at a goddamn fence company. And he also spoke about Afghanistan, but I guess you gotta go watch that. I'd be curious how he tries to separate out the two or not. But it's just like it's the same animating force. Being against Afghan refugees is the exact same thing as screaming about building a wall with, like, with Mexico.
but it
Like,
took a big leap to get from there to there.
the same fucking thing and acting like they're not. It's just you're just repeating their grotesque
And
talking
again,
points.
Langford, like if Langford needs a bump from the crazy psychos in his party, go stand in front of a church and say the Supreme Court has has basically told women in Texas, excuse me, people who can bear children in Texas, fuck your uterus. So like we winning, guys. Like this is your chance for a victory lap. Like you ran as the Christian dude. Like that was supposed to be like his brand, for lack of a better term. His political brand is like catch me at church on Sunday. Like that's his political brand. And so the Supreme Court just handed him a huge victory. So why would you not be, obviously I disagree with it, but why would you not be waving that flag? instead of going to be xenophobic, because he clearly, and I mean, he's not. Langford makes some political miscalculations, but he's no dummy.
Yeah.
He clearly has made the calculation that it's more valuable to go stand at a fucking big fence company than go talk about how he's winning the culture wars, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think they need people. I mean, it's, the big critique of politics kind of largely is like you need people angry and upset in order to get them out to vote, which, I mean, I guess is sort of true in a way, but like I'd
Well,
rather
it's
they
true
be.
for them.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
100%. Like that's all they have,
Right.
right? like
Right.
if motherfuckers ain't like on owning the libs, because you don't have "I'll make your life better" any substantive
Right.
way. Like if you can't run on that,
I'll
like
make the
all
mail get delivered faster, or I'll make
yeah.
sure you have, adequate medical care when you get sick, or
Yeah, they don't have that. All they have is anger.
Right.
So
Resentment. Yeah. All of it. So yeah, I mean, and it just annoys me to no end that the media will just like, I mean, this was a photo op. Like, you might as well have gone down, you might as well have just rode shotgun with him down to the border and filmed him and Ted Cruz like popping out of reeds at the, river there. I mean, that's what you just did. That's what you just did. And I just find it so gross because it's like he's not building a fence does nothing to fix our immigration issues. You know what would? Hiring like hundreds of immigration judges to process people, creating rules that make any fucking sense to a rational person about coming into this country and staying here, giving people driver's licenses. I mean, like, it's just, there's 100 things you could do that would be more productive than fucking building a goddamn fence.
We aren't a border state. So the first question is, James, you got nothing better to do?
Yeah.
Like we're not even a fucking border state. Like why?
We have no border.
I was gonna say, like, it's like I don't know, man.
Thanks for watching our video. Please give it a like and hit that subscribe button for more content. If you want to engage with us, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram.